Welcome back to Themed Journals. My name is April. Okay, so we left off with the last time with doing this particular eyelet. And I already have my not so silent setter out and ready to go, so that I could be prepared. All right, that's not quite as smushy as I like. I'll give it a few more whacks. All right. Now, I have this beautiful ribbon hook. All right. And what we're going to do is feed it through here. All right, now I'm going to get my, there we go, give it a pull. And then I'm going to use my B7000 to put a little dab of glue underneath this ribbon here. And then you give it a little yank, and then once it dries, it'll stay exactly where you put it. All right, now I have these little charms. I'm using kitty charms with these gourd pins. And then all I have to do is stick it under here, hit the, close it if you can. These tend to want to be tricky. Pull it back down and through. Give it another pull and we're done. Except for the sewing. And you can now pop it into your panel. Now, what I'm doing for these is I have extra pieces of cardstock from my Wonderland video. And so I am just using this up because, yeah, there's no set theme at the moment for this particular journal. So it is what it is. And then I'm keeping these separate, these scraps separate from these scraps because I have a journal that I can put these, no, not a journal, masterboard that I can put these on. It's Alice in Wonderland. I ran out of scraps for that particular one. So anyway. All right. Now, maybe I'll put this one on the inside. Ugh, okay. My wrist has taken a beating today. I don't know what I did to it, but my carpal tunnel is just awful. All right. right, let's see. Let's put this one on here. All right. Do a little skosh here, and a little cut here. And we'll go here, and where's our other little, oh, here it is, the little skosh. That one can go in the trash. Gotta let the scraps go sometimes. All right. So I finally found a project to use scraps on from another project. Normally I don't do that. Once the project's over, that I'm done. Oh yeah, true story. All right, let's see. Let's put it this way. All right. Now, see that? That's glue that I pulled up from my glue mat. All right, no biggie. There. I love that glue eraser. Okay, now, one more. I think we're going to, I'm going to have to measure it on this side, or put the marks on this side, because I want this to be in this corner. New problem. Okay. All right, we're going to cut here first. All right. Put that up there, April. And then we'll take our little skosh off here. I don't know why this blade doesn't, oh, I see why. See that? This is paper that's in the track, and it doesn't want to do nothing. I don't know how to get that out. If you have a trick for getting the paper out of the cutting track, please let me know in the comments below. Oops. All right, April, put your glue back on, pity sakes. Why is this not wanting to go down? Oh no. There's a bunch of glue in the cap. All right, I just have to insist that it glue down. That's all. Ugh. All that nonsense, I see. All right, now let's see here. All right. Then what we're going to do is look for edges that we need to do a little bit more inking on. So like this, there's too much white here, so I need to just go along here and put a little green there. There's a little extra here. Okay, then there's plenty on the front side. Okay, then I want to get that corner a little bit better, and then all the white down here gotta go. All right. Oops, we need to do the inside. Then we'll do it this way. one more side. All right. Now let's do this side. I'll do a little bit more. There we go. I can get on board with that. So this is what it looks like, the front. So let's do this side. The front. And then the inside and the back cover. Okay. So all I'm going to do here is just stick this underneath here for temporarily. Gotta make sure that this is gluing correctly. All right. Okay, so let's put these back into the journal they came from, and let's take a closer look at what I've done underneath the flaps. Let's see here. What in the world? All right, finally got this where I want it. Tuck it in here. Put this is the front, put it under here. Okay, now this is where we use up more scraps. So I have a thicker piece of paper on this side, and then I have 4 thinner ones on this side. All right, so what we're gonna do is clean up my area just a wee bit so I can function, because all right. Now, you can take a square piece like this and do a little measuring, and then you've got your 2 pieces for the other side. All right, see? 2 pieces. So we're gonna cut this. Here. And here. Okay. Ugh. Okay, so we don't want to re-glue anything into this one. So let's put that up here and out of the way. And okay. Then you put your thumb where you want to, let me see. Oh, before we do this portion of it, I forgot one step. You guessed it, more inking. One thing you want is consistency throughout whatever you're doing in your journals when you make them. So. All right, the wind is increasing outside exponentially. All right. Now, then you decide which one you want for top. I'm going to have this is for the bottom, so this will be my top. I put my thumb there, so I remind myself, don't glue there. Yeah, I've done that a time or two, forgetting what I'm doing. Okay, there was a glue. Now, since this is extra, this is too much, I'm gonna go like that and hope that I have enough room to put the thing. Now, I'm gonna use this as my, do I wanna go this way? Yeah, okay, that's gonna be my top. Now I'm gonna go like this to get the globs off of the sheet, and then I'm gonna run my finger this way, and then I'm gonna grab some more glue that's burbling over and then just run it up the top and then along this section again. All right, and then we're going to put it here. Now you don't want to cover up your magnet, okay? You want to be able to flip this and hear it click onto itself, all right? Because if you put another piece of even though this is thin cardstock, it's going to give us a devil of a time closing. All right, we don't want that. Now we're going to get 4. All right, now we're going to get 4 of these, and what I'm going to do is I am going to get the cut measurement here. No, this one here. All right. Okay, so we're going to cut this way first, and then we're going to cut this way next. All right. Oh yeah, we were going to cut this way first, April. Okay. Then we're going to cut here on the small side. All right, and then we have our permanent, then we can go along here like so and get the next cut. And that's too short. Okay, so we got 2. Let's see. Yep, we can do this one. And I'm just gonna take my scissors and give it one fell swoop chop. All right, so that's 3. Now here's another thin one. All right. All right, there we go. All right. Now we gotta get this sorted. And you've got 4 little pieces that you gotta ink. Okay. You notice I put a finger at the top and the bottom that gives it tension so that it doesn't, the long way doesn't crumple and crease while I'm inking. Just a little trick I taught myself. All right, now this is where the magnet is, okay? All right. I have got glue from one end of me to the other on this hand. All right, let's see. And to get a small little stream, I just put a little bit. So you see I don't know if you can see that, but the green edge separates it from the background. and shows that it's a pocket. I just think it makes it a little bit better. All right, and then you want to keep them, eyeball it. Now that's the this is where the magnet is, so you want to put these two up here. All right. All right, now we're going to flip this one. Oops, see, got too much up here, so I'm just going to brush it off there. All right, there you have it. Now, I've been using these stamps as decoration on everything. So, just put a little one here. A little one here. Now, I'm not putting it to the edge because I want you to see the inked edge. I hope that makes sense. So, there you go. Then we need to get this back out. I forgot to decorate this. Or we could do this. Yeah, I like that side better. Okay. And then we just do a little one on this side. And we're done. Put it back. Then you want to get this out and decorate. I'm decorating each corner. I'm leaving a border around them. Let's put it over here. And then over here. And then close it. And we'll put one over here. There. All right, so that's the decoration on that. And then we need one for over here. All right, 70 cents. There. There we go. Now, I've got these pre-made. My sister pre-made these for me a while back, and I haven't had a chance to use them yet. So I'm using one from each. And so what I do is I take a bigger piece like so. And then I use my handy dandy glue stick. And then all right, then what I do, so we have a clean edge, is I just go like so. And then I cut around it. Now I'm covering up the hole, the pre-made hole, because it's not quite centered, and that's okay. That's what we have cardstock for. All right, and then I do the opposite side. And it's very beautiful. So thank you, Tisha, for giving these to me a while back. A couple years ago she gave them to me. I just haven't had a chance to use them yet. And these fit perfectly in the pockets on the left side of the dust jacket. All right. Then we do some more of this. More inking. Like I said, this is a heavy inking project, but it's worth it. And once you're sitting down doing it, they're like candy. You can't just do one because they're very, it's very zen, I've found, doing these dust jackets. very zen. So I may do some more. We'll see how we'll see. All right, so we'll put that to the side and we'll just repeat on this one. Okay. All right, and we'll just cut down here like so, and then we'll cut up like so, and then let's see if we have enough room for this. Oh, we do. Yay us. And just put it this way. All right. All right, here we go. Then I get out my chomper and I use the 1/4 inch corner chomp on this one. Let's do this one again. It doesn't look quite right there. That's better. Okay, now I ink again. So now you have a mini tag and you have a small tag and you have a big tag. So there's actually 3 tags in this all right, then you decide what you want for the top and the bottom. I think we're going to use this side as the front and top. All right. And then we put a hole in both of them at the same time. That way. Let's see. Ugh. Go. There we go. All right. Then we just put this in the eyelets. Let's put the lid back on that, April. Now where's my small scissors? All right. Oh, I put them away. Ha ha. All right, let's leave that one out for now. And then you just put these through here, just like we did before. If your fingers don't work right, then you can just thread this through and grab that, and then yeah, my fingers really don't want to work right. And then you just put your little dab of glue here. Oh, come on. Yep, definitely glue in the tip. Okay, give it a little yank, and we've got the first one done. And you pop them in your little thing, and it's beautiful. You don't need a lot of ribbon to do this particular one, because they're small tags. Yeah. And we don't put any charms on these. Now, the one thing I haven't thought about doing is a writing board for this, but we'll definitely have to do that. Okay, so 1/2 of the flaps are done. Now you want bigger magnets to use on this than small ones, because the bigger ones will, I don't know if you saw that, but this one is being held through the bookmark little tag. Yep. All right, now it's time to do the altered playing cards. Now I've been doing 3 per one. I think this is the end of my playing cards at the moment. I have to go get some more. Oh no, I have some on my desk. Ha ha ha. That's always a good thing to remember. You have stuff on your desk. I know. Okay. Then you see if you have any size things like this. So you grab the bigger pieces that you have. Oh, here's some more over here. Okay, I don't have to get out the other ones yet. So see, that's too small. Now you could do Franken paper if you want. I'm not doing that right now. So we got 3, and we need our handy dandy glue mat. And all right, doesn't want to cooperate one way, then you can, all right. Oops. Oh, I almost did it wrong. Oh, man, don't do that. All right. All right. Now, since we're doing 3 similar things, we're going to do the operation. We're just going to do all the same things first, and then we'll go and back and do the inking, all the inking, and then all of the decorating. Yeah. All right. Now, I'm going to make sure that I try to get this as straight as possible. All right, then we're going to cut this here. And yep, we got enough room for this one. Yay. Okay, and we got one more. I don't think we got any bigger pieces down here. No, I don't think so. Yeah, no. That's okay, because we can use these smaller pieces for side panel pockets. No biggie. And like I said, I will definitely do sewing, but I need to do all the sewing at once because I don't have a sewing station anymore. Before, I would just take whatever I needed sewing out to my sewing station and then I would sew it. But I don't have that privilege right now. I only have my craft desk to sew at the moment, so no big deal. All right. Okay, now we need to use the 1/4 incher and then do 1/4 inch cuts all the way around again. And if it gives you a devil of a time, just give it a snip. All right, try this again. And if it doesn't stick down the first time, give it a little bit more glue and put the ends down. All right, let's put the lid on this. All right, now get some scraps of paper off my desk so that I can function. I know, it's ridiculous. I have so much scrap paper on my desk, but it's the little pieces that drive me crazy that need to go in the trash. Okay, now we get out the ink gun. And surprise, surprise, we're inking, and we're inking. Thank you for joining me on today's theme journal journey. I hope you're having fun in your own craft room. Let me know in the comments below if you're doing this project, a dust jacket journal, in the comments below. If you're not, just let me know what you're working on. And it doesn't have to be a journal. If you like my channel and you do fake bakes, so tell me what you're doing. You know, it's all art. So, but if you are working on a journal, just give me a shout out. Let me know what it is. I'd love to talk to you guys. I know there's some incredibly talented people in this group. Every once in a while, I'll drop in on your channel to see what you're doing. All right. All right. I see I need to do a little trimming. There we go. Boy, this does not want to come off on that side. That's so weird to me. I guess the pink and the green made a brown. Okay. All right, now we get out our little washi stamps. And we put one on each side. Now, what I've been doing is I've been giving some of these out as extra ephemera in the top pocket. Oh, looks like I have to go look, see if I've got any more washi stamps. All right, I'm gonna put this in the first pocket. And then we'll put this in the second. Yep, I don't have very many left. I only have 3 left. Hey, I'm using up my stash. Okay, now let me put y'all on pause and let me go find some more washi stamps. I'll be right back. Okay, finding more stickers was painful, but I did find some. All right, so that's weird. Oh, it's just paper. Okay. It's just paper. All right, let's take this off so it has even borders. All right. So some of this is paper. I have a sticker box. I got these out of my sticker box. So not quite stickers, but it is what it is. Okay. And that, my friends, is how I am doing the inside of my dust jacket journals. Very beautiful, huh? I think so. Okay, so let me take you on, let's go back to the one where we did up to the magnets. All right. Now, I want to show you how to get these in the exact same spot, okay? Now, I have this gold marker, and I just do this. And then I go like that. And see, now, I don't know if you can see that, but let me bring it up close. You can see that mark. So now you know where to glue it. Okay, we'll do the same to the other side. And now we know where to glue it. All right, so this is the other half of the thing that you need to do when you're putting on these magnets, is you need to actually know how to align them. If you don't know how to align them, then you're slipping and sliding everywhere, and it is a pain in the neck. So you just put a little dab of glue where they go. Now, the gold serves two purposes: to tell you where to put it, but also which side you should use. So the non-gold side is where you need to stick it. That way your magnets are polarized and you don't have to fuss and muss with it. Yep. Oops. And if the gold side flips over, then you got to make sure that you flip it back. So now we have it exactly where we want it for so that they will align. All right, so when we come back on Sunday, I'll finish up I'll do a couple more dust jackets with you, and then we'll be done with this portion of the dust jackets, and then I will sew all of everything at once, all the tags, all the altered playing cards, so that we know what we want to do and what it looks like. All right, I hope that makes sense. Now this side is dry, so I'm using pink with pink and blue with blue. Those are my colors. So this is the portion that you did not see because it was already prepared for you, and on the example dust jacket we just got done doing. Yep. All right. And then you just want to take the air out of the washi with your fingernail, or you could also use your tip of your bone folder, and that's okay too. All right, now I've got to put more glue in this bottle. Although I have several other glue bottles that have a narrower tip that I want to try to put this on. All right. And you want your washi tape to be dried before you start trying to stick your magnets together. Otherwise, the magnets are so powerful that they will rip the washi tape right off of your page. So don't get impatient with this process. Let them dry. So I'm going to set that aside and let this dry, and we'll continue. I'll continue working on this stuff offline as well as online, because we definitely want to be ready for the next section, which is sewing in the signatures. I think we're going to have maybe 10 or 15 in each signature, and then we'll go from there. I have to figure out what I'm going to do for the interior of the signature, the decorating of the, oh, I was going to make, oh, that's right. I was going to make ruffle rolls with this paper. Okay, so that's our plan. Please like, share, subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. Remember to like this video and share it with your friends. Thank you so much, and you have a great day. Bye.